welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited to get into today's pick a card, okay? Husband, player, soulmate, life partner, what's next in love? Who is next in love? We're gonna see who's coming in and what kind of connection it is, essentially. So that is our topic. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But other than that, pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile for all my readings. For group 1, we have the pink stone. Group 2, we got the white stone. Group 3, we have the yellow stone. And group 4, we've got the green stone. So like I said, pause the video, take all the time you need, but we're just gonna jump right into it. All right, if you chose group 1 with the pink stone, this is your reading. Husband, player, soulmate. What is the nature of the next connection coming in love for you? Who is this gonna be? Who is coming through? What is coming through? We'll be using the Gilded Tarot Royale for you. And we're going to get right into it. I'm using the Romeo and Juliet Oracle. And Spirit, who is coming in for group 1? What is the nature of that connection? What kind of person is this? What kind of connection is it that's coming through? So first of all, I'm immediately getting closure, but there's another energy that's going to come through. But there's something about you having a hard time moving on because you haven't got closure with someone else, group 1. So just know, Spirit is bringing in an opportunity for you to get closure on that. I don't know what it was, whether it's something that they said or it was left open-ended. In some way, some form, this is kind of holding you back. It may have inspired a long period of solitude. And then we have the misunderstanding card that came out as well. So definitely something that needs to get cleared up because there's just like this energy of you spent long enough without answers about this connection or without talking things through, without getting that closure. It's just been, you know, enough time on that. Ooh. Oof, 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 oof. Okay, group 1. What are y'all involved in? There is a lot going on for you. Your angels are really working when it comes to spiritual warfare with you guys as well. And you know, I'm not a spiritual warfare reader. I don't read on who are your ops and what are they planning. I don't care. One thing about me, I'm going to stay prayed up and my angels don't play. So F around and find out. But it is coming up for you. So it's definitely something that's affecting you. We have secret help, but then we also have dark deal that has come out. Dark deal with wrong decision or incorrect direction. And then we have secret help with keeping secrets and anonymous goodwill. So your angels are working a lot behind the scenes, honestly, to kind of protect you from yourself. Some of you may be really on the brink of a villain era, but a real villain era where you really do hurt people, you know, because of, you know, past hurt or past experiences, or it could be a period of like some serious self-sabotage. So if you're feeling like you're at a crossroads right now, pause, take a beat, breathe it out. We're going to work through it. We're going to figure it out because I can just feel that energy so fresh on you guys, group 1, where it's like, ooh, one more thing, like the smallest thing. And you guys could tip over to the dark side. Dark deal, that could be an energy of spell work, but in a manipulative way or in a negative way, like doing spell work to force something or to end something that, you know, is naturally gonna, you know, cycle out itself. Dark deal could also be dark psychology. If you guys have been really getting into dark psychology, it feels like you got enough, you know, energy to like really go for it. And it's like, hold on, whoa there, hold on. Whoa there. We have reject and betray. The reject card says affirm rejection. The betray card says divergence, different values, a change of heart, and thought manipulation. So you guys, listen, if you're working on thought manipulation, okay, if you're tapping into dark psychology, I can see you, okay, we'll be picking up on it with the cards. You can't hide, group one. But there's definitely an energy of something. Oh, I'm hearing good girl gone bad. Okay. I'm like, is that an era or an album? Oh, where is that from? Anyways, but yeah, it feels like maybe it was a rejection or someone lying to you about what they were willing to invest with you, kind of turning you to the dark side. And I feel like that's coming up with this kind of reading where we're more trying to tap into like, okay, husband, player, soulmate, who's coming in, because it actually looks like you, group one, may be seeking out certain people or experiences. It could be sabotage. It could even be subconsciously, where it's like you're not even going out of your way to like position yourself with people who aren't worthy of you or that you're not in alignment with, but on a subconscious level or not, that it is looking like that's what you may be attracting. Perhaps it's from this misunderstanding and solitude. Solitude says, calm down, listen to your inner voice, and reduce anxiety. Misunderstanding says, misinterpretation, misinformation, and ineffective communication. So maybe you've been reading the dating pool wrong, or you've been reading a specific person totally wrong, and it's causing you to position yourself to kind of get into this villain era. So to be honest, who's coming through? It feels like there's a lot of people you'll be dealing with, but it doesn't feel like they're coming to you. It feels like you're seeking them out. Now I'm hearing, what's that Taylor Swift song? I feel like it may be called Revenge. It's like now she's looking for revenge or something. I don't know. I don't listen to Taylor like that, but I've heard the song. And now I'm hearing that. Yo, there's this femme fatale, dark ass energy coming through right now, group one. Spirit. Husband, player, soulmate. What's next in love for group one? We have Time to Go in Treasure Island that has just come out. So you're at a crossroads, and one of the roads is going to lead you like into your dark psychology, dark masculinity, dark femininity bag. And one of them is going to lead you to a new path that leads to good things, eternal happiness. But we have Treasure Island, which I can't help but notice is card number 9, because if you've been seeing 909, 919, all of this energy is like cycle completion type of energy. And these are the angel numbers that you'll see when that's, the space that you're in. So I feel like this is where I feel for you, group one. I feel like you're in a point where the universe is calling you to, I guess, level up in a way, get on a new path, but it feels too much like people got away with certain stuff, or it feels too much like submission for you to accept it. It feels too much like this is not fair to me, or okay, if I'm going to get on that path, then that means all these other people just got to have their way with me, or that means that I never got to pop out and be my, femme fatale or my dark masculine, whatever. Like, I never got to like really remind people what it is. Like, they're getting away with it. I can't accept that. That's how this feels. So there's another message kind of hijacking this reading. Like, I'm like, damn, we're not even getting a player energy, spirit, like not even a player coming through. And I feel like you will experience, people. Like, I'm picking up on the energy of people that you're dealing with, but because you have so much intention as far as where this connection is going to go, because maybe you're jaded from past experiences, or, because of wrongs that have been done to you, it's just hard for you to like let anyone in. So we're not picking up on like a super deep, like soulmate connection, because you're not showing up exactly vulnerable, or you may be in a dark space. You may be doing dark deals right now, getting into, like I said, dark psychology, dark magic. Or you may be in like a low place in terms of who you're dealing with. Like, the connections may not be so pure right now, or it may be like bottom of the barrel type of connections. Spirit, who is coming through? I want it so bad. I want to know, though. I'm just curious, like, okay, with all that being said, is there going to be a diamond in the rough? Like, is there someone of value that you're going to run into, even though you're kind of in this, you know, space? And Spirit's like, not even playing with me. Like, Spirit is like, listen, you are just the messenger, okay? Fine, but I want to know. I still want to tap into the energy of who's going to be around you, but it kind of seems like Spirit. We have the 2, the Sea card. So Spirit is saying, in order to have like a favorable outcome that you want, you are going to have to release this path that you're on. And I don't feel like Spirit is telling you that you have to release it just so new love can come in, but it's almost like new love is in a whole different space, a whole different version of you, a whole different era. Like, I look at my past eras, and I have this era where I used to dress like really quirky, and I was into textures, and I was into color, and you could always find me at the library, or you could always find me at this like acting place that I used to go to. You could always find me like hanging out with people who had like character. And then I look at different eras, and it's like, okay, this era of me, I dress more business corporate because I had a corporate job. And you could find me at totally different places. You could find me downtown at a brewery. I was really into breweries at the time. So it's like, it may not seem like a big deal. You may think like, why can't I just have someone where I am and where I am now? But it's literally because you're literally going to be in it's going to be a different version of you, and you will literally be in different spaces. And yeah, the romantic connections that you will have will change. And also, I'm picking up a strong energy of online dating. And honestly, this connection, or the connection that Spirit wants you to release, the current path that you're on to get to, it's going to be someone that you're meeting in person. It's not going to be someone that I see you meeting online. So that may be causing you to get in this villain era. And it's like, bro, it's not even about the people. You're playing against the algorithm because you're not even seeing everybody. You're getting on that app. It's promising you, oh, you can make a connection, but it decides who you even get to see. So that is automatically set up against you. So yeah, that'll do it. That'll make you jaded. That'll make you feel like you're ready to go into a villain era. That'll make you feel like, you know what? People don't get it. People, they don't understand. Like, let me pop out. Let me have my moment. Like, that'll put the battery in your back for sure. So we have to the sea and deep knowing. To be honest, I feel like Spirit's been calling you to a different place, and it's not even for moral reasons. Like, you're looking at it as, this feels like submission. I don't want to submit to this path because I don't want to spend my life like, you know, in this submissive space just to have a connection. But I don't feel like that's what it is at all. It's like submission just so you can get to the right place. Like, damn, how you going to ask for a ride and you won't get in a taxi? Like, I mean, come on. That's what Spirit is trying to do. You know what I mean? Like, Spirit's like, okay, so you just ain't gonna get in the taxi because it feels like submission because the wheels are carrying you. You want to walk the whole way then. And it's like, you're getting pissed and you're like, you know what? I'm about to have a villain era. And Spirit's like, oh, so then you're also going to pick up the hitchhiker once you finally do get in the car and just create a whole mess for yourself. Like, none of this is helpful. Spirit is really trying to, you know, kind of save you from yourself and get you out of your own way. Spirit, can we know anything about what's next in love? And I feel like that's the trick, group one. I feel like that's why that's why Spirit is not telling us who's coming through, because anyone you'd be dealing with at this time is going to be disposable to you if you're coming at it from a villain era. It's going to be like, I'm coming in for revenge. Like, I'm getting my lick back on society, or I'm having my time to do whatever. So you're going to be in full control. And when you're in full control, that isn't a space to co-create. That isn't a space that you can have a relationship blossom in. So I feel like that's why we're not tapping into anyone, because it's like, if you continue to go the way that you're going, there isn't anyone who's going to pull up that's even going to make it to the husband, soulmate, player. You know what? You're looking like the player. Pile one, you are the player. You're the player. That's really what I'm getting. We have the Eight of Wands, and you're in this very ambitious energy, or this energy where you're really stuck in your head and you're like, I know what I want. And this could even be for those of you who aren't wanting to go into a villain era, but you're just more in a space of, I know what I want. You may be so uncompromising that you commit to a path that's not for you. It's like the thing about the Fool. We have the Eight of Wands and the Fool. The Fool is the very first card in the entire tarot deck, and the Fool goes through all of the cards, all the experiences, all the scenarios. And Spirit is saying, like, you can't experience the journey if you refuse the journey. You want to experience certain things, but they're on your timeline, meaning you have to take certain, steps towards certain things. You can't stay where you are and have things fully be your way and get that desired outcome. So Eight of Wands, you're pumped up with a lot of energy. And with the Fool card, I feel like the new beginnings are coming in whether you like it or not. So there may be some tower moments you're even experiencing at this time, Group 1. The more you resist, the more you'll, likely experience those tower moments. And eventually it'll kind of wane off. But then you'll realize, like, okay, at least I'm not going through the fire right now. But nothing new has come in. And you'll be like, you know what? Let me see what's tea. Like, what's up with, let me get into another reading. Let me see what's on the way. And you'll have another comforting message and then continue to like go on that same path. And Spirit is really trying to get you to switch up. We have the Hermit in reverse. You guys, you are not feeling anybody trying to control you, anyone trying to tell you what to do. And honestly, yeah, you want it your way. Like Hermit in reverse is like, listen, I'm not trying to hear none of that. Oof. You may be running away from this heartbreak with the Three of Swords. Maybe this misunderstanding really affected you deeper than you thought it would, or the conversation you're having with this person about the misunderstanding is making you feel like, wow, I really wasted weeks, months, a year on feeling bad about the situation. And it wasn't even like, I didn't even have all the information. So that could be what's doing you in, or it could just be looking at yourself and like, after you get into that dark feminine, that dark masculine, that dark psychology, that after you do that dark deal, kind of running away from the truth of, dang, I had to do a dark deal just to get XYZ, or I did a dark deal and I thought that wasn't me, but it is because I did it. Like, there may be some sort of like shame or embarrassment that may be pushing you further into that kind of path. And more dark deals to take away the pain or frustration from other dark deals, and it just spirals. And we have the Ace of Cups. Like, Spirit is trying to lead you on so much more of a purer path. But again, it's not about like your morals. It's not because Spirit doesn't want you to be free, or it's not because, oh, you need to be pure for a connection. It's like for your own sake. It's Ace of Cups. Like, it's for you, Wow, this is very different than I thought this reading was going to be. Holy guacamole. We have the Four of Swords. That's a card of taking inventory, taking time to reflect, kind of sitting with the energy for a while, creating a game plan, choosing new things to focus on. Like, you got all this fire. Where could you channel this energy for it to be more beneficial to you? Toward a project, a home improvement project. That'll make you feel good. Tearing some stuff down. You can be real dramatic with it too. Do it with us. You listen. You can go stupid, go crazy. Is it a level up thing? Eight of Wands is also a lot of physical energy. So you may be feeling like extra, you know what, right now, like, listen, I need something. I'm going to need somebody to scratch that itch. Maybe channeling that towards self, YouTube has been flagging my videos lately. So I'm really not trying to say too much, but like self, care, but like in a sacral kind of way, if you know what I mean. Maybe you want to channel it towards that, or, you know, just channel it towards something that's, you know, actually going to be good for you, because the path that you're on, group one, I don't think it leads to really anyone, only because you're kind of more in that player position and just kind of, you know, experiencing different people, going on dates, having your, you know, era. And I think that a pop out era would be really good, but just not from this space. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, you don't want to reward a kid that's had a terrible attitude all day with ice cream. You know, ice cream is good and it can be really rewarding and a good thing for kids in general. It can make them feel like they have a sense of excitement and happiness, a bond. They get to choose, and also it can be a really good thing, but it can also be really negative if it's just not the right time. You're not going to give a kid that's been, you know, cutting up in the stores and doing the most and talking to people disrespectfully no ice cream or no type of reward. So that's the reason why popping out may not be the best thing for you right now, just because in the energy that you're in, it can turn into a whole other beast. We have the Four Swords and the Death card. Spirit is being really consistent and straightforward with this reading, group one. The path that you're on, it doesn't really lead to anything good, or the crossroads that you're in, because not all of you have committed to this path, but the crossroads that you're in, if you go down that path of the dark deal, it doesn't look like it's really going to bring anything in. It looks more like it's going to be a bust, you know. It's going to turn out to hurt you more than it helped you, you know, cause a worse version of yourself to continue to emerge and you know, kind of lead you to nothing that you would really want. So you're definitely at a crossroads. I'm just the messenger, okay? Don't get mad at me. That's what came out. But yeah, there's still an opportunity, you know, to move forward, and Spirit is trying to get you to go on that different path, and it is leading to Treasure Island, so it would be worth it. But yeah, that's what we got for you today. My Etsy is in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the white stone, this is your reading. Husband, player, soulmate, so on and so forth. Who is next in love? Who are you attracting? Group 2. Did I say group 1? I meant to say group 2. Group 2 with the white stone. Spirit, this is for group 2. Show us who is coming next in love for them. Who is coming for group 2? We're using the Romeo and Juliet Oracle. It has some of the characters in it, so I just thought I would let you know where it's from in case you get confused, but you shouldn't get confused. Ooh, this is someone you've been in separation with. Okay, I can't even get it out because I was thinking of the word situationship while trying to say separation. This is a situationship that you've been in separation with. That's something coming up right away. We have the fake death card and solitude. So you thought it was over, but we have disguise, concealment, keeping secrets, and hidden truth at the bottom of fake death. So there is someone that's coming back into your life. It does feel like a situationship. It's interesting. Just tapping into their energy right away. I feel like this is someone who genuinely likes you, has feelings for you, but it really does feel like it was the wrong time before. So maybe they had something going on with work, or maybe there was a third party situation, like they had doors that weren't closed that they needed to close. It very much so feels like the situation ended in a confusing kind of way because it didn't make sense. It didn't feel like there was enough standing in your way for the connection to just end like that. And I'm sensing group 2 that that's because this person had something going on they weren't telling you about in the background that was affecting their ability to like fully commit. And this person may have selfishly, you know, kind of framed it to kind of confuse you so that you wouldn't essentially walk away. We have solitude. It says, calm down, listen to your inner voice, and reduce anxiety. So this is a situation that has likely brought you a lot of turmoil in the sense that you've been very confused, or you feel like you've been waiting forever for this to finally turn into something or to be experienced. Like, you may not have even gotten a confirmation, like, okay, what is this connection? We're going to figure that out. Ooh, we got the revenge card and the fear card that came out. You guys, this is just going to be that kind of reading today because group 1 was insane. Their group 1 is going on this whole villain era, revenge Taylor Swift style. Like, I'm like, what in the Kill Bill is going on with the collective right now? But we have revenge and fear. So to be honest, group 2, this person may have had a crazy ex, like a crazy ex-girlfriend, crazy ex-boyfriend, crazy baby mom, like, or this person feels like you're too good for them, because with the revenge card, revenge says punishment, compensation, and counterattack. It could even be this person's karma that they've accumulated in this life, and they don't want you to have to suffer for that. This person may have baggage that they don't feel good about you accepting. Like, say this person has a kid and you're childless, you don't have any kids. This person, it's not that they feel ashamed about their kid, but it's like they feel like, I don't know, like you shouldn't have to deal with that. Or they may feel like you have low standards for being willing to deal with it. There's some sort of like unequally yoking that they feel like you're gonna get hit in the crossfire through some sort of way from their, from their relationship with work. They're not going to be able to see you or give you the time that you deserve. From their relationship with their ex or their, child's father, child's mother, from their crazy, whoever, like. And then we have the fear card. So they really kind of felt like it would be too much for you. It would make you see them in a different way. They also are living in a way where they're trying to decide who they are. And with this coming back to bite them, like their past coming back to bite them, it would also kind of alter how they feel about themselves. We have concern, worry, risks on the fear card. Spirit, anyone else coming through? Oh, wow. This person, it's giving like we have misunderstanding and love at first sight. So regardless of everything that has happened, though, this person does not want you to feel like it's because of you. They very much so are in a space of, I am the problem. You are not the problem. You are not the reason that we don't work out or we didn't work out. I am the problem. Like, they want you to know this wasn't your fault. Like, it wasn't your fault. But like I said, intuitively, I feel like this person may have left this connection open-ended in a way that would serve them and allow them to be able to move forward with you in the future. But they may have left you in the dark or with some confusion. So they're coming in to clear that up. Misunderstanding says misinterpretation, misinformation, ineffective communication. Love at first sight says twin flame, mirror souls. I'm not going to lie. It's definitely giving twin flame energy because twin flame just notoriously has that, the growth attached to it. Like they always represent like a turning point in your story, a turning point in your life, and a lot of 10-10 action or 9-9-9 action where there's a lot of cycles opening but also closing in the midst of a twin flame connection developing. So Spirit, what are they trying to have now? It's looking like so far this is a twin flame connection. But it also, I mean, we are using the Romeo and Juliet oracle, but it's giving very Romeo and Juliet, where it's like we have a bunch of things stacked against us, and our love for each other really can overcome it all. But a lot of things stacked against us, like our families are at war, or we have different upbringings, we have different circles we're different. Spirit, what are they trying to pursue and have with group 2? I like this. We have miracles and flexibility. So I feel like that's the perfect mix of energy, because on one end with the miracles card, they definitely want to save the relationship. They want to repair the past, and they want to give your connection a fair chance. But on the other end, they're showing up quite flexible. So this may have been someone that you haven't spoken to in a while. Because it looks like they have like had some sort of changes occur where they can show up in a flexible way this time around. So they've cleared at least a good chunk of whatever it was that was holding them back before. Nice. We got going forward. We have purity and wonders. I like this energy. So what are they trying to offer moving forward, or what are they trying to do? What are they trying to have? Well, that in itself, we have going forward. This person is trying to move forward. They're trying to clear the past. They're coming up in an open way where they're flexible and they're willing to, you know, put in work for the connection. They're willing to do their part. And we have the purity card. So they're very much so aware that you got to get started on a new leaf probably, because it's like the past aspect of your connection had like exes involved or some sort of third party, whether that's, you know, work or whether that was something else. They understand like, yeah, we're going to have to, you know, purify the connection in order to be able to move forward. So they're coming in to clear the past, to heal the present, and to move forward. Their energy is showing up pretty good. And then we have the Wonders card, which is really just about experiencing the magnitude and the fun and the excitement and the wonders of the connection. So they want a relationship. That is their intention. Their intention is to have a relationship. They know that they need to clear any energy that is left over from, you know, the past in this connection, or clear anything up, like in terms of their communication, like, you know, talking it through, like this is what it was, this is what it wasn't, this is where I wasn't showing up as the best version of myself, this is what I'm willing to put in moving forward, this is how I feel, this is how I felt. You know, with love at first sight, it's like it was always you for me, but there were very real things going on in my life that the universe was holding me accountable for, or very real goals that I have. We got the, oh, this isn't even your deck, is it? Oh yeah, this is group 2, this is your deck. We got the Sun card at the bottom of the deck. So I definitely feel like there was something going on that specifically related to who they are as a person. Typically the Sun card is like a personal victory, a personal undertaking, something that other people benefit from, but really like a full circle kind of moment. So it could also be something to do with their sense of self or their life purpose. Spirit, what will happen? What will happen in this connection? Yeah, and we got the Knight of Pentacles, and the Suit of Pentacles is the slowest moving in the tarot deck. It is Earth sign energy. And the Knight of Pentacles is like, okay, they're finally coming through with an offer. And I love this because that means they're reaching out to you first or initiating. But they're coming through with a pentacle, you know, some sort of offer, some sort of like, this is for you. Like they're extending that olive branch. They're creating an opening for you guys to be able to move forward with each other and move on from the past and, you know, have your moment. But just the fact that it's the Knight of Pentacles showing up at the offer lets you know it's likely been long overdue. You may have thought it was an argument like the last time you talked to this person, but it really was like, it was like the last time you've heard from them. Or it was like a significant moment where there was a shift. We also have the King of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Wands in reverse. This person has been writing and deleting a lot of text messages. There's been a lot of false new beginnings that you may have experienced with the Nine of Wands in reverse. So yeah, and with that King of Wands in reverse, it's like, man, there's times where they wanted to reach out before, but they just couldn't get that fire in them. This person may even be eating better. This person may be practicing, like, not engaging in, you know, physically intimate activities. Like, they may be holding, because it feels like they have more life force. So when you see them again, hold on, one of these cards flew all the way across the room. Six of Cups. When you see them again, they're showing up in an energy where they may even be more attractive. They may have a stronger magnetism. But yeah, there's definitely a connection that's coming back. And the Six of Cups can also indicate that it is something given to you from above, from source. So I do feel like, again, there was a reason that this connection happened in the first place. And yeah. I would say this is likely a twin flame connection, and it is someone that you already know, or for a small portion of you, group 2, this could be someone that there was like a false beginning with, but you never really got to, you know, explore the connection at all for a small portion of you. For most of you, I do feel like there's a history here. Spirit, what's going to happen moving forward? Well, we have the Three of Cups in reverse, so Spirit's not taking this as a joke, and we have the Page of Cups in reverse, so Spirit is not playing when it comes to you right now, group 2. If this person doesn't show up properly, the universe is going to expel them from your life. And if you look back at your history, you may be like a starseed or a higher level being. You may have like something special about you where your guides are a little more involved in your life than they would be for you regular people that don't have as big of a purpose, or who aren't starseeds, who don't have like a divine mission. Because when you have a divine mission, the universe will really, like, I mean, kick people out with a steel toe boot. So there could be like you know, some sort of higher reason. But I also just feel like your ancestors, your guides, are kind of tired of this person, tired of you being hung up on this person, tired of your like future not being able to unfold, because this is kind of holding you up. So it's just like a moment where it's like, all right, it's all or nothing. You either show up or shut up. You know what I mean? Like you either show up the way that you need to, or they are kicking them out. No more. They're stealing their mic. Your person, they're taking the mic, and they're not going to be able to say anything. We have the Strength card and the Eight of Swords. There's a very strong connection. Something about this does feel quite toxic. And then we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. So essentially the reason why this person is back in your life, I do feel like you guys are going to get into a relationship this time around, an official relationship. But they're really it's not gonna be easy, to be honest. With the Strength card in reverse and the Eight of Swords here, it's not going to be easy. This is a second chance from the universe, and likely because of some sort of investment. You may have had to invest by, you know, getting someone to do spell work for you or manifest this towards you. You may have energetically invested, spiritually invested, emotionally invested into this journey. And so it's kind of like, because that investment, we're going to bring this around for you so you can have that chance. But your guides are not playing with this person. I'm telling you, if they're going to show up on the same BS, they're going to start to experience tower moments. And I don't even think I finished that sentence. What I was going to say earlier is you may even look back at your history and notice that when people start to mess up, they may get tower moments in their life. Things may really start to hit the fan, like... Spirit, anything else from here? Yeah, we have the Fool card in reverse. So you guys didn't get your proper chance, and that is the reason why this is happening. We have the Knight of Swords, which is good. That's all about communication. Nice. World card at the bottom of the deck. So the connection very much so has potential. But if you think, or if this person thinks that this will be smooth sailing because you've experienced obstacles before, I don't think that's what this is giving. This is giving like you're getting your chance because we love you. Shout out to your guides. Shout out to, you know, your ancestors. Shout out to the fairies you've been working with, or the deities, the angels, whatever. That's why this is coming back around. Probably because you willed it in. But this person, they're going to have to get rid of that attachment. Who is that girl? What is that show? Where they're in the rooms and they talk to each other, but they can't see each other, but they're in the rooms. There was a character, if you know the name of the show, please let me know in the comments. I'm so sorry, but there's this character named Bliss on the show, and she had to be patient for her person to literally attach themselves to someone who didn't really care about him. I forget his name, but I'm pretty sure like Irene or Irina was the other girl's name. And you guys remind me of Bliss. Like, that girl is a literal earth angel. I just personally love her. I love her energy, her attitude. I mean, her name's Bliss. Come on. It's written in the stars. But she truly does have such like, just like a well-rounded energy. And I just love her, and she's so emotionally mature. And oh, is his name Zach? I think I just heard Zach. The person that she was dealing with though, oh my God, he was still lost in the sauce, you know, between like the connection that wouldn't really serve him with, you know, the girl who he was, you know, with. I think her name was Irina. And you guys remind me of Bliss. Like, this opportunity is coming back around because your angels love you and because you deserve it, not necessarily because this person. Because it seems like they had to outgrow their need to be with someone for approval and, you know, da-da-da-da-da. I mean, it's the show. It's not exactly your situation, but you remind me of her. Like, your energy feels very well-rounded. Even though you may have your own stuff going on. We got I like you and ascending. I love this. I like you says someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun flirting, wanting to date. So that's where this is going. It's moving into a space where you're being able to explore those feelings that you have for this person again. I don't feel like you really got to explore, you know, exactly what it was. So you're getting that chance, and vice versa. And then we have transcending, it says ascending, and then it says transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, and preparing for union. So Spirit's been trying to get you to prepare for union, has been aligning you for this connection. It's finally coming to pass. You're finally getting your chance to see, and they better not mess up because your guides are not playing. The universe is not playing. If they're still coming in like a buffoon, they're going to be, you know, gracefully excused or not gracefully. So yeah, that's what I got for you. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the Yellowstone, this is your reading. Husband, player, soulmate, so on and so forth. What kind of connection is coming through for you? What is next in love for you, group 3? We're going to figure that out. We got the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Nice. So it looks like you're sitting pretty, group 3, or sitting in your power, sitting in your feminine energy, receptive. Even if you are a divine masculine, you're kind of waiting a little bit. I like that. Kind of waiting for people to match your interest or show a little interest first. Spirit for group 3. Group 3 with the Yellowstone. What is next for them in love? What kind of connection is coming through for group 3? I'm going to put that one back. If it falls all the way out, I'll take it. What kind of connection is coming through for group 3? Oh, you guys. Okay. See, and this is the beauty of tarot. This is the beauty of tarot. We read on what's set to happen so that you can position yourself for best case scenario. If what we read is what you want, cool. If it's not, you can adjust yourself, and that is why we read. So I say all that to say, look at what we got going on here. Now, first of all, this person, you're having a very deep connection with them, but I do see that something may get ruined by you sleeping with this person on the first night. just to keep it like completely clear, because this is what we got going on. So we got, this is the Romeo and Juliet oracle, by the way. So we have the Capulet here, and it says fatherly love, controlling, dogmatism. I've heard of dogma, but dogmatism is a new one. It says that on there though. So it means that this person is really about structure. They're really about their principles. This person gives a fatherly love. They can be a little bit controlling or domineering. They may even come from a religious background where it's like, you know, the feminines or the women do typically stay in the house, whereas the masculines or the men, you know, go out and they kind of work and they provide. They may be that traditional kind of person. And we have unrequited love that came out here. It says, accepting the pain, fulfill your needs in other ways. So I feel like all of this is from this here. We have romantic night and eager, but we also have oath to the moon with vows of love. So it's like the connection that you guys have is very strong and powerful. And with the vows of love, both of you are exchanging pleasantries and coitus. Both of you are very much so sharing, like, I feel so attracted to you. You are so gorgeous. You are so fine. Give me that. Okay. Give me that D. Give me that vitamin D. Lay it on me. Okay. Give me that meow, meow special. Like, both of you are very much so in this energy, but to be honest, this person, they are quite a bit, what's the word? When you're judgmental of someone over something that you do yourself, hypocritical. Like, this person is very much so a hypocrite because they have that kind of like toxic masculinity that can come with these kind of connections where you have that traditional setting. Because it's like, they're very much so engaging with you, but it's looking like they're releasing, you know, the connection because you did what you both did together. So this person, also this could be something that has recently happened, like something, you know, recently, let's say the last 3 months, just to give you a time frame. But this could be a connection with someone that, you know, this could be something that you've just experienced. Romantic night says romantic entanglement and sensual encounter. Eager says immediate action. So you may have felt very attracted to this person or vice versa. And that's the crazy thing to me, because it'd be the ones that initiate the physical intimacy that will be like, but I don't know though, it was da-da-da, like, anyways. This person may be the one to initiate it. Both of you may fold in the experience of each other. And it's because you have this oath to the moon with vows of love. It's because you do have a very strong connection kind of right away. But I feel like this person, with their fatherly love, with their dogma, they really believe that they're sorry, I'm like, I have a hiccup that keeps wanting to come up, but it doesn't come all the way up. They keep wanting to believe that they are in the right, or they may have a genuine belief that they are always right. Like, this person is being very hypocritical. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. Ooh, so it looks like the universe may come through to save the day. Oh, interesting. So there's definitely a reason that you met this person. We have step forward. So I do see you guys moving forward, but it's looking like this connection is starting off on a rough foot. Or like I said, for some of you, this could be a connection that you've experienced in the recent past. So you may already know exactly who I'm talking about. And for those of you who haven't experienced this yet, now you know, so that you can shift yourself for best case scenario, because you can skip over all this BS, but their dogma, okay, their rhetoric, their beliefs are definitely going to have to be addressed at some point, because unless you're just a naturally submissive person or you've been raised up in a culture that aligns you with this, I don't see how that can work long term. I don't see how them being hypocritical is going to work. So that's definitely going to have to be addressed eventually. But step forward says accelerate, bring forward, and making progress. So you guys are being able to move forward after everything is said and done. You're still getting your chance. So the universe is supporting you. We have the dream card. It says a prophecy, hint, guidance, oracle, revealing and symbolizing. So it could be this reading. That's the confirmation. It could be you getting a private reading to get like your exact details for your situation. It could be a dream or a prophecy or some sort of spiritual guidance that comes through that, you know, puts you on to what's going on. But with that spiritual activity, typically spiritual activity either indicates a strong spiritual connection between you and that person, or some sort of reason that, like some sort of history or soul contract type of energy that you guys already have, because you'll be connected with like a soul contract partner well before you even experience it. A lot of people have dreams of like, you know, certain people that'll come into their lives. Before they do, it can get freaky. But we have the forced marriage card here. It says loss of freedom, excessive, and interference. So with the forced marriage, spirit is not letting this go. I don't see you chasing after this person. Oh, please come back to me. I'm sorry that I did the same thing that you did. Please forgive me for, again, what you did. No, I don't see you coming at them and entertaining that at all, especially with you being in this Empress card. And see, that's the thing about Empress energy. Empress energy is so like, I deserve and I know that I can manifest and will in anything I want into my reality. That the Empress, the shadow aspect of the Empress is she may be overindulgent and she may surrender to, you know, being with someone on the first night, even if it's not typically what you do, because you know you can manifest someone like this. You know who you are. You're the Empress. So that's like the tricky thing about Empress energy. It can cause you to do certain things that kind of make you look a certain way, but because you know you're not, you know, a bust down. It's like, okay, I'm going to allow myself to do it. And I know who I am. So I'm going to allow myself to do it. So anyways, well, let's see. Spirit, what are they trying to do moving forward? It is giving husband energy, wife energy, life partner energy. And there's definitely a reason that this connection happened. Like spirit connected to you two for a reason. So let's get more of that. Spirit, what is this connection? And like I said, like, I'm seeing like Coney Island, first date, going on the Ferris wheel, sunset, romance, like the vibes, good conversation, good banter. Like, or if your thing is like drinks and food, it's like, this person is putting you like right in your mood to wild out a little bit. Spirit. Anything else from here? Okay. So we have the mask and the coffee cup. So to be honest, I feel like nerves and attraction is getting the best of both of you the first time around. Also, energy is fluid. I wish I would have said that earlier in the reading because I've been kind of reading it one way. But energy is fluid. So this could be this person doing something that you totally don't agree with. This could be this person crossing a line that you really wouldn't accept at this point in your journey, and you're actually the one that's having to be brought back to this person because they were wearing a mask. And then with the coffee cup card, it's like you guys are getting a second chance and going on another date. The mask says not showing true feelings, hiding, personifying, pretending, deluding, and gaslighting. The coffee cup says meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. So you guys, this is how I see things happening for you. Group 3, you're going on a date with this person. Things are looking really well. Either they get offended, you get offended, or something happens on this date, probably of a sensual, like physically intimate nature. And one of you is feeling like, nope, just because this person was physically intimate with me, that means they do that with everyone, or that means that they're this kind of person. Like, you're categorizing this person, or they're categorizing you. And the universe is like, come back with the dream card. You're getting your chance to have a step forward. And we have the forced marriage card. So it's not as extreme as the deck will oppose it to be, because it's the Romeo and Juliet oracle, so it's a bit dramatic. Not forced marriage in a literal kind of way, but definitely the energy of like a third party being involved. Like, you have the officiant in the middle representing like there is another party involved in this marriage coming together, representing like the universe or your spirit guides. So there's definitely an energy of, you know, spirit kind of pushing you guys together for a reason. Very curious, spirit, why are you pushing them together? What is this connection? Can I know? Wow. So we have the King of Wands in reverse and the King of Pentacles. So you may be the best that this person could ever get, group 3. And I'm not talking from a social economic way. I'm talking from just in terms of the best connection that they can experience with another person. That may be you. We have the King of Wands in reverse and the King of Pentacles. So this person is going from being a wild, carefree version of themselves to King of Pentacles, like much more stability, much more. I'm also getting an energy of this person having to move into a space of practicing what they preach. We got the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and with them coming out in that Capulet energy, fatherly, controlling with their dogma, it's like this person is being transformed. It's like, okay, you can't hold people to standards that you have not, like, you cannot ask people to be what you aren't, or you can't expect people to grow and transform while you're staying the same. So a part of you two coming together is you are directly related to this person's growth and evolution. We have the Seven of Wands. That's hard work, baby. Two of Cups in reverse, Three of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This person may be used to, honestly, oh, that is crazy. This person literally may be used to like bumping and ducking people. You know what I'm saying? That may be their thing. This person is so convinced they're not an F-boy. You are an F-boy. What is the confusion? You are an F-boy. You are an F-girl. You are a player. You're a criminal. I'm like, bro, why are you trying to convince, like, what is this? The cards don't lie. Like, this person has a totally, are they just a Libra? Maybe that's what it is. Because Libras, listen, I love Libras. I have a Libra moon, okay? But I swear, y'all are not here. Like, they experience a different reality than, anyways, I'm sorry, Libras, I'm sorry. Because I'm like, what is that? Like, how can they literally just, or like maybe in their Venus placement, they got air. That's a placement that'll get the girls, or even water can really catch the girls slipping. But anyways, I'm just like, no way. Because this person literally believes this in their spirit. Like, I'm tapping into their energy, not their words, not their communication, their energy. And as the cards keep coming down, I'm like, yo, they really believe this. Like, deep down in their spirit, they genuinely believe this. Like, you are the F-boy, the F-girl. Like, but at the same time, they have this weird, like, energy of higher than thou. This person could be a religious person, or someone who presents themselves as, like, being of the code, like someone who runs themselves by a certain code or morals or whatever, but it's like, bruh. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands, Page of Pentacles in reverse. I do like see the universe is not playing with them though. Page of Pentacles in reverse, they're going to have to transform in order to be with you. And we got the Seven of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So this is a connection where it's like, they're going to have to go all in. But they may be the kind of person who has a trail of broken hearts behind them for real. Two of Cups in reverse and the Three of Swords. To be honest, this person feels a little manipulative. I feel like a lot of people feel like this person is their person. And that's because they show up in the just most appealing way. when they're with you, but they don't practice what they preach. They're not really about it. Like, they may have all the right things to say, all the right words, but that is not how they show up or how they have shown up in the past. We have the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Ugh, I hate to say it, but it is giving like a lesson type of energy. Like, we're getting the romantic undertones, but I feel like the main reason Spirit is putting this person in your path is for their growth and expansion, and also for yours. Maybe you have weak boundaries. Maybe you've never, you know, this could be an energy of like facing the bully for you, where it's like you have never stood up to this kind of archetype. Maybe you've always just avoided it. And it's like, no, Spirit is telling you, like, face this energy so that it leaves you alone. Like, for an example, if you're being bothered by spirits, if there's negative energy in your space, you're hearing a lot of noise, you feel like it's bothering you, you better cuss them ghosts out. And yes, they will stop. But you have to have authority over it, or you never actually are victorious over it. You've just avoided it. And it'll find other ways to creep up and get you. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Judgment card here. What I can say is this connection does have a lot of potential to be like life partner, but this is like that kind of connection that you're like tuckered out by the end of it. Like, you're not trying to even see. This is the kind of connection that can really make you like never want to date ever again. Like, no, ma'am. It's looking like this person is a player, but also a lesson. And I feel like that's ultimately the nature of this connection. If you were like a friend and I was reading you like a friend, what I would honestly tell you would be like, this is not someone that you should wait for. Even though you have a lot of romantic potential with them, this isn't someone you should sacrifice your current desires for. But as the perspective from a reader doing a general reading, the neutral answer would be this connection would take a lot of work and it's likely to tire you out. Like, I still can't sugarcoat it. It's likely to tire you out and be a lot for you. But with the Three of Wands, it's like, I don't feel like Spirit will give me that answer. And maybe it's because this is a connection that doesn't have a title yet. Because even twin flame doesn't feel right for this. But it's giving like twin flame life partner energy in the sense that it's put into your life to help the both of you grow and expand. But I feel like this connection is going to be so much more than that. We have flow and inner peace here. So Spirit is saying, go with the flow. Don't allow this connection to stress you out. When you need breaks, take breaks. But I do feel like this person is a player, to be honest. I do feel like the two of you together have some sort of higher title, some sort of higher path together. But them and themselves, I really do feel like there's a trail of broken hearts behind this person. And like I said, if you were a friend, I would be like, be very, very weary of this person. And I'm going to put on a mustache and a hat, and I'm going to show up at the first date, and I'm going to sit at the table next to you. And if they start cutting up, I'm going to reveal myself, and we're going home. Straight like that. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. My Etsy's in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the greenstone, this is your reading. We're going to see husband, player, soulmate, life partner, so on, so forth. We'll see who it is. Who is next in love? What kind of connection is coming in? That's what we're looking for, Spirit. This is for group 4. Group 4 with the greenstone. Who is coming in for group 4? Ooh, you guys, all right. There is a lot of attraction to this person, and to be honest, for both of you, it kind of starts off as you playing a role. And And it leads to something like way more serious than I feel like either of you would have expected. We have the Rings card. So I do feel like this is going to lead to a marriage or something like a marriage, definitely a long-term connection. The Rings card, it says the symbol of love, union, the soul, and the connection. Or sorry, it says union and soul connection. So there's an energy of you guys having a soul connection, a strong, powerful magnetic connection right away. But then we have the metaphor of love. So it's just giving me a vibe of like two people going on a date who both have like the sauce, like two people who are very saucy and they vibe together. They do the social dance where you go on a date and it's like, okay, you got some one-liners for this person. They got some one-liners for you. You build a rapport, that strong attraction starts to come, but it is a metaphor of love. It's not true deep connection. Like so many people, they're like, oh, I need that good conversation. I need that spark. I need this person to be able to have banter. But it's like, do they have love for you? Do they have discipline? It's kind of like that more. It's the metaphor of love. It's what people receive as love, but may not actually be true love. The metaphor of love, it says flirt and seduction. So there's definitely an energy of you guys committing to each other, really liking each other, but it being based on flirtation, seduction, it being based on playing a role. And then next thing you know, you're actually committed. You look, you know, it's been 5 years and you're living together and it's like, oh my God, we're married, you know, like. So just be careful, take things slow, but nothing inherently bad coming up so far. We have the balcony with the land of love. So I do see you guys spending a lot of quality time together, a lot of intimate moments together. This may be like a summer or, you know, fall, whenever it comes in for you, love connection where, you know how like certain people, they get in relationships and they totally duck off. It's giving that kind of vibe. This is the Romeo and Juliet Oracle. So the balcony represents the space where you have to yourself, where you can express your love, your devotion to your partner, but sincerely and away from other people and their wants and desires for you or, you know, your connection. So a lot of pillow talk happening here and a very strong, deep connection forming right away. But I don't feel like you guys expected like for things to pop off so quick or to go, to get so serious so quickly. Yeah, you guys, there's a lot of marriage energy coming up for you. We have the forced marriage card, and then we have the appointment card, which is like marriage, but how they would say it back in the day. It says engagement and marriage proposal at the bottom of appointment. And then, oh, you know what? Actually, this is from Act 2, Scene 2. I think this is actually talking about where they plan to meet each other to get married. So maybe you actually have a timeline for yourself, like I will be married in the next 5 years, in the next 3 years. So maybe it's wanting to feel like wanting to win or wanting to get to the end quick, and then you guys actually really learn each other like after you're already married. We also have the forced marriage card. It says a loss of freedom and excessive interference. So honestly, social media or social standards, your religion, your culture, wherever you're from, whatever you subscribe to or whatever you've been raised under, is having a heavy, heavy effect on you guys getting together so quickly or married so quickly. I do feel like this is going to be a husband, a wife, or like a life partner. You know, like definitely long-term connection, no question about it. So many cards came up for marriage and this deck, yo, if you picked any other pile, like if you picked group 1, you know this reading has been crazy. And even group 2 was a bit wild. So you guys are the only group, honestly, that got like such a straightforward, like, yeah, this is going to be a husband, this is going to be a wife, this is going to be a long-term connection. It's going to be a serious connection. You're going to have a title. It's very much so giving that. Like, where do I want to pull? I'm being called to this deck. Let's see. I think there's a message in here for you. Spirit for group 4. Well, these came out right away. We have ownership, oh my God, and friendliness. So again, there's this energy of someone kind of wearing a mask, or you guys wearing a mask, so that you can get to the point where you have your, it's ownership specifically that came out, you know? Ownership is like, this is mine. So just be aware, group 4, that you may be in a mind state that's setting you up to move, you know, too fast, or move into something that, you know, may not be right for you, or something that you may not be ready for. Because I am seeing a marriage here, and it feels like either someone who's too young, or someone who's like pushing, you know, pushing like the age where they tell you like, oh, it's too old, like, you know, pushing 40. Like someone who's very much so ready, and they're like, you know, it feels like people in those vulnerable spaces, I feel like, and it's causing you to commit for the purpose of ownership, either so you can be owned by another person, or so that you can have like, this is mine, this is my husband, okay, or this is my wife, this is my life partner, this is mine. And I finally got that, because I have been vying after it for a long time, or I'm ready, you know. So just be mindful. Friendliness says you're able to recognize the traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. So I feel like you and this person are a lot alike. You may be kind of both just, you know, lost in the sauce of what your family wants for you, or what society tells you should have by a certain age, or what you want for yourself. And that may put you in this very friendly energy where you're making connections with people, but this can also kind of harm you in the sense that when it comes to people that you shouldn't give a chance, or people that shouldn't have, you know, any sort of possibility with you, you may be a little too friendly to where you end up even getting disappointed, or you may end up getting stuck on people that, I don't know, if you were in a better space, like maybe you wouldn't even go on a date with them. But next thing you know, you're heartbroken by them, or thinking about them, or, you know, feeling like you want them because, you know, your own desires. So just be mindful of that. Ownership says you acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike, and learn to love them all as lessons. So this is going to be like a husband, wife, a life partner, but there are some lessons you're going to learn from this connection. What I can say though, there isn't, like I said, anything inherently like negative about this reading. I'm not getting that spirit put you together to learn lessons. So that's good. It's not like a connection where it's like, okay, it's meant for growth. It's just something that you are learning from, but you're learning from it because, you know, maybe some missteps here. And then we have the willingness card. It says you are able to compromise if the end result is love. So I do see you meeting your person. I don't know why the exposure went way up. I do see you meeting your person. I do see you locking in, okay, with your life partner, your husband, your wife. And like I said, the tough part is going to happen like during the marriage, after the marriage has already started, because it is looking like you were racing to get married, and vice versa. This person may have been racing to get you. And then once you get that, it's like you're actually learning each other after you are vulnerable enough to do so, because you have each other. So that's how I see this going. That's what this is. And then we have expression and unity. So I love this energy. I'm getting positive energy. With all of that being said, typically with things like this, you see like, oh, okay, so is it going to hit the fan, or am I going to have to learn the hard way? But I'm not getting that with you. The universe isn't punishing you for moving too fast. It's just like you guys are doing things kind of out of order. So you guys may have, you know, a kid before you even get married. You may get pregnant on the first date, or vice versa. You know, I am seeing things kind of happen out of order, or like a bit fast, like way too fast, honestly. So, but that's the only thing here. Unity, it says you understand the love shared with another. It is amplified, and it has a ripple effect across the universe. So you guys may be even stepping into mission or affecting other people with your love. You could be on social media, like sharing your story or letting people into your lives. You could end up being like a social media like couple. Or you guys stepping together could create this ripple effect in the universe that turns into something much more powerful and big. more than you even expected. And then the expression card says you're ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. So you're very much so ready. You're definitely ready, group 4. And you're about to get, you're about to get what you asked for, but it is happening a heck of a lot sooner than it probably should have. And things are happening a bit out of order. They're moving really fast. Spirit, let me set some intention before I take any cards. Spirit, for group 4, what is going to happen in this connection? We have the 5 of Swords in reverse that came out again. So that's how you know it's meant to be. When it comes out, that's how you know. So yeah, 5 of Swords. I mean, let me turn it up right so you can really get into the artwork on the card. You see how she's like a kid and she's playing with the swords, and you got the other kids in the background also playing with the swords, and she's being comforted by the penguin because she's cut her hand. 5 of Swords is an energy of making a mistake or learning a lesson, can be dealing with something before you're ready. But we have it showing up in reverse for you. So I feel like you guys are learning this lesson kind of right away, and you're able to move forward from it pretty quickly. I don't feel like the universe is holding it over your head or holding anything against you, but that is just the energy right away. You guys are rushing to the altar, like running to the altar, scraping your knee, trying to get to the altar. Spirit, what else can you tell us about this connection? What else do they need to know? Ooh, we got a lot of Queen action coming up. We got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. You may have a lot of air and water in your chart, or you may have like a water sun with an air rising or moon. But there's an energy of you coming through in this Queen of Swords energy. It's very straightforward communication. Queen of Cups, very much so ready for love, heart open, but also in a very wise place. So it's like, what is it that's making you fold so quickly for this person? Because I feel like you wouldn't typically do this. Maybe it's just finally being in the presence of someone who's on the same page as you is such a breath of fresh air that it's just like you don't want to miss the opportunity. We have the World card and the Death card here, ironically. So as you're stepping into your full circle moment, and there's that final moment of I finally have my person, I finally have like, my husband or my wife, my life partner. It's like everything's happening at once. It's like you're stepping into that, but also the Death card, there is something that is ending or leaving you. And we have the 9 of Swords. So I feel like Spirit is just kind of saying check the motivator because you are ready. But I don't know. I don't want to talk about it anymore because it's not negatively affecting you too much. So I feel like, whatever. You get it. Just be mindful. I mean, the Death card and the 9 of Swords isn't the best energy. Also, 5 of Swords in reverse is like a little bit of an energy of like embarrassment, kind of feeling exposed or just feeling like embarrassed at, dang, I really cracked it open on the first night for this. Is that who I am? Am I a hoe? No, but it's like, it is kind of, making you feel away. Nice. We got the King of Pentacles. So I see the both of you are showing up in good energy. It's been a long wait for them as well. I feel like y'all just maybe had to get out of your system. Like, it is what it is. Maybe you just had to get it out of your system because the King of Pentacles isn't someone who would typically make a quick move like this either. Pentacles is actually the slowest moving in the tarot deck, and the King of Pentacles does not move unless it makes sense. King of Pentacles is all about structure, value, doing things the right way, doing things in order. So both of you are, matching each other's energy. So you're learning together. But yeah, this is going to be a long-term connection, and it's getting started very fast, and it's just not slowing down until you guys are actually pretty deep in the connection. Wow, we got the Milk and Honey card. So you guys are perfectly made for each other, and that's why you guys are slipping into this energy where you're like kind of folding on your typical way that you would move. Because it's like, I know this is my person. I feel like you guys feel that way about each other right away. And that's why you're able to like release all of your typical, it's kind of like you could date two different people and they both get two different versions of you. If you're more attracted to this person and you feel like there's a reason this person is put into your life, if you feel there's a special calling to this person, but whereas this person, it's like you're attracted to them, but you don't feel all that, you know, spiritual activity or anything special about the connection, this person is going to get away with much more than this person because of how you feel for them, about how you're attracted to them. So with you guys immediately like both feeling like you've met the one, it's like all that programming or all that stuff that you said you wouldn't ever do, it really does go out the window because you work together like milk and honey. There's such a strong, like harmonious connection between the two of you. You just get each other, that you're able to be vulnerable with each other in that way. So it's whatever. We have to be fair, truth be told, co-create, and to the sea. So yeah, things are slowing down. Co-create, you guys are going to be building a life together. To the sea, also, you guys both just really enjoy each other's company. I'm seeing someone sit in the garage with their partner. I'm also seeing someone sit in the garden with their partner. So say you like to, you know, do home improvement projects and your partner likes to garden. They're sitting out there with you as you're doing the thing that you love. Like To the Sea is all about really just catching a vibe and being in the mood and allowing yourself to go with the flow. And that's how you guys are together. And with this co-create card, you may be building a house from the ground up. Also, you may be co-creating a new life together away from your hometown or away from where you meet each other. So say you're, you know, in the same city, you guys may be starting your own, you know, home, family, whatever, just your own life together outside of any of the old spaces that you've been in. And we have truth be told and to be fair. So again, I don't feel the need to harp on the pat, like, you know, that energy, because truth be told, you guys are eventually coming into truth and you are being vulnerable and opening up to each other and really getting to know each other. And to be fair, everything is, again, balancing out, harmonizing in its own time. So I feel like it's fine. Live a little. Do your thing. Ooh. Spirit, anything else they need to know about this connection? We have You Belong to Paradise that came out. So right away, there's an energy of spirit kind of wanting you to be in this lucid, dreamlike, Neptunian, Venusian space where you're just able to vibe and feel and kind of just be in love and have your moment. We have Effervescence with Cultivating Love. So I feel like this is real love, true love that you can be vulnerable with, that you can compromise for, that you can kind of just experience, you know, in the moment. And I feel like that's okay. We do have Sacrifice. It says, what can you let go of? So if there's anything like self-limiting beliefs or shadow work or a person, anything that's lingering right now that you need to get rid of, this is a great time for that, because this connection is taking off. You're really not going to have the time to close cycles and to necessarily do right by people, because it takes time to really do right by people. So you don't want to create any, you know, negative karma or, you know, have any mess going on. We have Tangibility at the bottom of this one. It says, make your dreams real. This is a great time to write out what you feel like you want and need from a partner, what it is you've learned from past relationships. And also, this is a great time to get some spell work done or to burn a manifestation candle, to do something, whatever it is you like in terms of manifestation, to will this into your life. And then we have Vertigo. It says, whatever you choose will be correct. And that was my energy and feeling throughout the reading. So it's like, you know, honestly, this is a win-win. This person is matching your energy and they're vulnerable right along with you. So live a little. That's what I got for you, group 4. My Etsy is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. I also have manifestation candles and spell work on my Etsy shop, so all of that is there. But yeah, that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.